What's up, you guys? Slasher movie reviews, and I know a lot of you guys have been wanting me to make these type of videos, and when I showed you guys my Black Friday haul, it seemed to be very, successful, and you guys seem to really like it, so I figured why not? I might be doing this more often, but it'll probably be like a monthly recap of me just showing what I bought throughout the entire month if I do continue to do this. So, but yeah, I'm going to show you guys the movies that I bought in the month of January, and I was not good. If you remember my Black Friday one, I said, yeah, I'm good for a year. Well, I lied, and I bought basically 28 films. Help. Ah! Oh my god. Yep, I might have a problem. I might have a big, massive, major spending problem. Granted, look you guys, granted, some of these movies were indeed Christmas presents. I still might have a problem. Alright, so let's get into this. So let's start with the big box sets here. I got the Dark Knight trilogy. This was like 20 bucks at Walmart, and I thought this was a steal. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to pick this one up. So, I mean, I love the Dark Knight trilogy. I'm that big sympathizer. I actually kind of think The Dark Knight Rises is the best film in the Dark Knight trilogy. I know, but hey, you can fight me, cut me over it. I love The Dark Knight Rises. Another film I got was 50 Horror Classics. Now, I actually already own basically a copy of this. I feel like it's just the same movies. They just reprinted it and, put it out on shelves. But I think about the day when I have to go home and empty out my house, and me and my dad are going to fight over film, so we won't have to fight over this because now we have duplicates. Silver Linings Playbook, which I thought just absolutely love this movie. I got The Brothers Bloom, which I've never seen, so I'm looking forward to checking this film out. The Objective, this was like $1, so, and I was like, I looked the trailer up, and I was like, it could be good, it could be bad. One of the purchases that I am very upset with myself, Stargate. I am not a Ronald Emmerich fan, and I don't know, I bought it because it was super cheap, and I figured, why not? But yeah, I don't know if I'll actually ever watch this, because, yeah. A movie that I already own, but I bought it just because it was super cheap, and I'm already thinking long term, so I won't have to worry about fighting this over with my dad. That's The Grudge. I love this movie. I absolutely love this movie. I think it's actually pretty scary and pretty great. Yeah. And I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. She is pure eye candy. I got Pulp Fiction on DVD. It's Pulp Fiction, for Christ's sakes, and I didn't own it, and it was super cheap, and I was like, yeah. I got Killing Them Softly. I actually really like this movie a lot. Killer Joe. This is a movie that, I have not seen, but I've been wanting to check it out, and it was super cheap. So why not? I think I paid like $3 for this, and I was like, yes, steal. I got Elysium, and I also got Cop Car. These were both $3, and where I went, they were buy 3, get the 4th one free. So I was like, yes, and I saw Cop Car, and loved this movie. This movie was so great. Elysium, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I felt like it was extremely overly preachy. But it's Neil Blomkamp, and I figured, why not? Some other films that I got Savages, starring Laura Linney and Philip Seymour Hoffman. I have not seen this, but I've heard nothing but great things for this movie, so I'm definitely looking forward to sitting around and checking this film out. I also got Black Hawk Down. I paid $3 off for this. There's this great little mom and pop movie store, and they have great DVD selections, so I always go there a lot. But yeah, I got Black Hawk Down. I'm looking to checking this. I've actually never seen this film. I actually really like Ridley Scott, so I'm actually looking forward to checking this one out as well. A movie that my friend sort of pestered me into buying, and just because I don't know, the trailers never really impressed me or looked all that interesting. But Safe House. I'm looking, I guess, I'll check it out. He said it's a lot better than he intended it on being, so hopefully it's good. I mean, I love Vera Farmiga. I will watch basically anything that she's in, so that was secretly the deciding factor for me. I got Terminator 2 Judgment Day on DVD, mainly just because, like I said, these were just such steals. They were like $1 to $2, and I just was like, why not? I also got on DVD As Above, So Below. I actually like this movie. I know some people came down on it, and I do think the found footage element does get a bit annoying at times in this movie. But I did enjoy this film, and I'm looking forward to giving this a rewatch. Now, as for some Blu-rays, I didn't really buy a whole lot of Blu-rays. As you saw, I bought a crap ton of DVDs, but onto some Blu-rays. The first is Drive. I was just sitting around and I had this dire need to want to watch Drive, and luckily I found it for like $3 on Blu-ray, and I was like, yes, finally. I sat down, I watched it. I still love this movie and the soundtrack. Everyone talks about the soundtrack when they talk about Drive because it's just that great. I also got X-Men Days of Future Past, the Rogue Cut. I had no real interest in purchasing the Rogue Cut, but it was the cheapest version, and I was like, you know what? The Rogue Cut it is. I got The Imitation Game. I love this movie. It makes me, it's so sad, but so heartbreaking. And it was one of my favorite films of 2014. Just great movie. Also got Ex Machina. I love this movie. Love this movie, both visually and story-wise. And acting-wise, I mean, just Alicia Vikander in this movie is just so great. And that moment with Oscar Isaac on the dance floor was so... yes. Now on to some horror films I got. First one I got was Insidious Chapter 3. I'm a big Insidious fan. I've liked all 3 films. And I really hope they don't make a 4th chapter because I think you have a nice, solid horror trilogy here. And I just really like this movie. I think it has good scares, good story. And you know what? I think it's a solid movie. Next up, I have Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimensions. I will admit, I only bought this movie just because... I need to own it because I own all the other Paranormal Activity movies. But even I, as a Paranormal Activity fan, will definitely vouch that this is by far the weakest film in the franchise. They say it's the last, and if it is the last, then I'm kind of ticked off because they basically built up to absolutely nothing. Next up, I have We Are Still Here. I love this movie. I love its old haunted house throwback nature to it. It's just such a great film. Definitely check this film out if you haven't. Then I got Maze Runner, The Scorch Trials. I'm a big Maze Runner fan. I love the books by James Dashner, and I was a big fan of the first film. I wasn't as much of a big fan of this one as I was the first film, but I still enjoyed it, and I still bought it because, you know, I definitely see myself going back and watching this film over and over from time to time. Next up is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I'm surprised I found this movie for $10 on Blu-ray. I was like, what? So I definitely picked it up. And it's so great. It's so great. I love the action sequences, the car chasing. This was an absolute blast in this movie. It was just so much fun. I don't like it as much as the Ghost Protocol, but still, great film nonetheless. Next up, I have The Walk. My opinion, this is probably one of the most underrated films I saw of 2015. No one just went and saw this movie, but I love this movie. I thought the story was great. Very empowering. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is great. It takes a little bit to get used to his accent in this movie, but once you do, I think, you know, you buy into his role and his character. And the ending to this movie is some of the best filmmaking of 2015 on display. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys is Orphan Black. I got the 3rd season. I am a massive fan of this show. Tatiana Maslany is just... oh my god, she's a revelation on this show. It's just how she plays so many characters and bring them all to life. And the story is so intertwined. You have to watch every episode. It's funny. It's just, this is one of my favorite shows, you guys. And I will admit, out of everything that I bought, this is going to be the first thing that I watch. So yeah. And there you have it, you guys. These were my Blu-ray DVD haul of January, you guys. Please let me know in the comment section below what movies you bought in January. What you think of these films? Any of these films that you personally suggested that I should be watching first. And, but yeah, let me know. And, yeah, I got some movies to go watch and to go cry over my banking account now. So, yeah, until next time, you guys, I'm the Slasher Movie Reviewer, and you guys have just been slashed. Oh God, no!